Good afternoon, children. In the last class, we had completed the chapter measurement, but the chapter heat is not started yet. So, our today's lesson is heat. So, at first, the topic is what is heat? You all know that heat is a form of energy that causes the sensation of hotness or coldness of a body. Next, temperature. What is temperature? Temperature is the measure of degree or hotness or coldness of a body. Right? Unit of heat. Unit of heat. What is the unit of heat? CGS unit, calorie, or in short, cal. In CGS system, SI unit, joule. In short, big J. It is in SI unit. What is the relation between CGS and SI units of heat? 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. Okay, in reverse way, 1 joule is equal to 0.24 calorie. This is the approximate value. So, this sign must be this one. Right. Next, temperature scale. You know that the temperature, what is temperature scale? The scale by which we can measure the temperature of a body is called the temperature scale. So a temperature scale must have a lower fixed point and an upper fixed point, right? The difference between upper fixed point and lower fixed point is called the fundamental interval. 3 types of scales we had done. We had done in standard 7, 3 types of temperature scale. Number 1, Celsius scale. Unit of temperature measured by Celsius scale is degree C. Number 2, Fahrenheit scale. Unit degree F. Number 3, Kelvin scale. Unit is BK but not degree K. Right? What is the relation among Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale? C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. C is the temperature of a body in Celsius scale. F is the temperature of that same body in Fahrenheit scale. And if K is the temperature of the body in Kelvin scale, then the relation is K minus 273 divided by 5. This is the relation. Okay? Among Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin scales. This is the particular temperature in Celsius scale. Consider that particular temperature in Fahrenheit scale, that particular temperature in Kelvin scale. Okay. Now, what is the relation between the increase in temperature for both the scales between Celsius and Fahrenheit, or Celsius and Kelvin, or Fahrenheit or Kelvin? Celsius, consider Celsius and Fahrenheit. We have done that 1 degree Celsius coming from the fundamental interval 100, better use the entire board. 100 degree Celsius difference is equal to 180 degree Fahrenheit difference. Fundamental interval in Celsius scale, fundamental interval in Fahrenheit scale. So unitary method, 1 degree Celsius difference is equal to 180 by 100 degree Fahrenheit difference. After simplification, 9 by 5 degree Fahrenheit difference. So what is the relation between the increase in temperature or change in temperature between Celsius and Fahrenheit scale? 1 degree Celsius difference. The term difference is very important. 1 degree Celsius is not equal to 9 by 5 degree Fahrenheit. 1 degree Celsius difference is equal to 9 by 5 degree Fahrenheit difference. Think in reverse way. Therefore, 1 degree Fahrenheit difference is equal to, just reverse order, 5 by 9 degree Celsius difference. This is the relation between the difference in temperatures of Celsius and Fahrenheit scale and Fahrenheit and Celsius scale. Okay, consider Celsius and Kelvin scale. Celsius and Kelvin scale. In Kelvin scale, the fundamental interval is 100 K because upper fixed point is 373 Kelvin, lower fixed point is 273 Kelvin. So fundamental interval is 373 minus 273, that is 100 Kelvin. What is the fundamental interval in Celsius scale? 100 degrees Celsius. So the fundamental intervals in Celsius scale and Kelvin scale are same. So we can write that 100 degree Celsius difference, DI means difference, is equal to 100 K difference. Both the fundamental intervals are same. That means 1 degree Celsius difference is equal to 1 Kelvin difference. Okay. So 1 degree Celsius and 1 Kelvin both are not same. But 1 degree Celsius difference is equal to 1 Kelvin difference. The difference in temperatures in Celsius scale and Kelvin scale are same. Understood? 1 degree Celsius, 1 Kelvin, both are not same. Particular temperatures are not same, but the difference in temperatures are same for Celsius and Kelvin scale. Okay? Now, our next topic is this is a temperature scale, the units of temperature in Celsius scale, degree C, Fahrenheit scale, degree F, and in Kelvin scale, K. New topic is specific heat, represented by small s. Specific heat represented by small s. What is the definition? What is known as specific heat? The amount of heat required to increase the temperature of unit mass of a substance. Unit mass of a substance, very important point. Unit mass of a substance by 1 degree is called the specific heat of the substance. You know that what is unit? Unit means the numerical value is 1. In CGS system it will be 1 gram, in SI system it will be 1 kg, like this. Okay, so the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of 1 gram or 1 kg mass means unit mass of a substance by 1 degree. 1 degree means either 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin, like this. By 1 degree is called the specific heat of the substance. Okay, consider an example. Suppose an arbitrary shaped body is taken, right? The mass of the body is m, arbitrary mass, we don't know the value, and the increase in temperature of the body is T degree, either T degree centigrade or T Kelvin. Mass is either m gram or 1 m kg. Okay, we are supplying some amount of heat Q, big Q, from outside. Okay, what is the definition of specific heat? The arbitrary mass is m, increase in temperature is T degree, heat supplied from outside is Q. So from the definition of specific heat we can write the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of unit mass of a body by 1 degree unit mass of a body by 1 degree is known as the specific heat of the body. Specific heat is represented by small s. So we can write the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of unit mass. Unit means 1 gram or 1 kg depending on the system of unit that we are using. Okay. So unit mass of a body by 1 degree is equal to small s, because this is the definition of specific heat, and specific heat is represented by small s. So we can write that amount of heat required to increase the temperature of unit mass of a body by 1 degree is called small s. Okay, the arbitrary mass of the body is m. So we can write the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the body by 1 degree. 1 degree is keeping as constant, is equal to ms. Okay, this is the unitary method, and later we write s unit. So ms unit depending on the system of unit that we are using. Okay, next the temperature increase is T degree. Increase of the body is T degree. So we can write that amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the same body by T degree is equal to mst unit. Right? In the first two lines, we are keeping the temperature as constant, that is 1 degree, applying the unitary method. Okay? In second and third line, we are keeping the mass m as constant, only we are changing the temperature difference as T degree. So mst by applying unitary method. Okay, so that is the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the body by T degree is mst. Okay, we supplied the heat from outside is Q, such that the temperature difference of the body is T degree and the mass of the body is m. So after calculation we get that same amount of heat is mst. So we can conclude that therefore Q is equal to mst unit. Right? What is Q? Amount of heat required to increase the temperature of any arbitrary mass of the body by any arbitrary increase in temperature, that is Q. Here the arbitrary mass is m, arbitrary increase in temperature is T. So the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the body by T degree centigrade, not centigrade, T degree is mst unit. Okay. So simplify, S is equal to Q divided by MT. This is the mathematical form of specific heat. Understood? So S is equal to Q divided by MT. M is the mass of the body, S is the specific heat of the body, and Q is the total amount of heat required to increase the temperature of the body by T degree. So we can write Q is equal to mst. One important question thing, that what is T? T is not the particular temperature, it is the temperature increase or temperature change. Increase in temperature or change in temperature, not the particular temperature. Clear? So ml, or you can also write delta T. Delta represents the increase or change. We use the sign delta to represent the change in temperature or change in any physical quantity. It may be mass, it may be time, it may be length, like this. Delta means the change in temperature or change in any physical quantity. Okay, so T is temperature increase or temperature change of the body, right? Which implies A is equal to Q divided by MT. This is the relation between specific heat and the total amount of heat of the body. Means it is the mathematical representation of specific heat. So now calculate the units of specific heat. Number 1, CGS unit of specific heat. See the formula. In the numerator Q, total amount of heat. What is CGS unit of heat? Calorie. So write calorie divided by, in the denominator, mass, CGS unit of mass, gram, CGS unit of temperature difference, degree centigrade. Okay, so what is the CGS unit of specific heat? Calorie per gram degree centigrade. Okay, number 2, SI unit of specific heat. Same procedure, follow the formula. S is equal to Q by MT, numerator Q, Q is there. What is SI unit of heat? Joule. SI unit of mass? kg. SI unit of temperature increase? Kelvin. So we can write joule per kg Kelvin. Okay, or we can write joule per kg degree centigrade. One question, you should ask one question, that why Kelvin, joule per kg Kelvin and joule per kg degree centigrade both are same. Kelvin and degree centigrade are same? No. Particular temperature in Kelvin scale and particular temperature in Celsius scale both are not same. But if you follow this formula, denominator there is T. In the denominator T is here. What is T? T is temperature increase or temperature change. Increase in temperature or change in temperature. Previously we had done that increase in temperature in Celsius scale and increase in temperature in Kelvin scale both are same. In the denominator T is the increase in temperature. So if we consider the Celsius scale, the increase in temperature T, the unit of increase in temperature is degree C. And if we consider the Kelvin scale, the unit of temperature increase or increase in temperature in Kelvin scale, that is K. Okay, since the increase in temperature for Celsius scale and Kelvin scale both are same, so we can write joule per kg Kelvin and joule per kg degree centigrade both are same. So SI unit of specific heat is joule per kg degree Celsius or joule per kg Kelvin. Clear? Next topic, relation between CGS and SI units of specific heat. Next topic, relation between CGS and SI units of relation between CGS and SI units of specific heat. Okay, CGS unit of specific heat, calorie per gram degree Celsius. SI unit of specific heat, joule per kg Kelvin or joule per kg degree Celsius. Right, start from CGS system. 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. We can write it as 1 calorie divided by 1 gram degree Celsius. Okay, 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. Relation between calorie and joule. 1 gram is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 kg. So we can write 10 to the power minus 3 kg in the denominator. Degree Celsius means the increase in temperature in Celsius scale. So we can write it as Kelvin also. Right? 4.2 divided by 10 to the power minus 3, it will go to the numerator. So the value will be 4200 joule per kg Kelvin or 4200 joule per kg degree Celsius. This is the relation. This is the required relation. Therefore, we can write 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius is equal to 4200 joule per kg Kelvin or joule per kg degree Celsius. Relation between CGS and SI units of specific heat. Okay. Next topic, thermal capacity. capacity or heat capacity, both are same. Thermal capacity is defined as the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of any arbitrary mass of a substance by 1 degree is called the thermal capacity of the substance. So we can write that the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of any mass of a body by 1 degree is called the thermal capacity of the substance. Sorry, the thermal capacity of the substance. Amount of, what is the difference between thermal capacity and specific heat? The definition, in specific heat, it is not any mass, it is not the arbitrary mass. There the mass is unit, means 1 gram or 1 kg, but here the mass is arbitrary, m. Suppose m mass of a body is taken, okay, and we are increasing the temperature by 1 degree, and the specific heat of the body is S. Consider the specific heat of the body is S and mass of the body is M. Okay. So, from the definition of specific heat, we can write mass is M, specific heat is S. According to the definition of specific heat, we can write the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of unit mass of a body by 1 degree, that is specific heat S, unit mass means 1, value of the mass is 1. Okay, so the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the body by 1 degree is equal to ms, right? It is unit, it must be unit, right? M means the arbitrary mass of the body, increase in temperature of the body is 1 degree. So what is the definition of thermal capacity? Thermal capacity is nothing but the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of any mass of the body by 1 degree centigrade, that is called thermal capacity. Here in the calculation we got that the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the body. This m mass is any arbitrary mass. M mass of the body by 1 degree is ms unit. So according to the definition, we can conclude that therefore thermal capacity, consider it as small u, is equal to ms unit. Amount of heat required to increase the temperature of any arbitrary mass of the body by 1 degree centigrade, that is nothing but the thermal capacity of the body. From the definition, from the calculation, we got that thermal capacity Q is equal to ms unit. Okay, in case of specific heat, in the calculation of specific heat, we got that the total amount of heat required to increase the temperature of m mass of the body by T degree centigrade, that was mst, but here the mass is arbitrary, but the increase in temperature is 1 degree. Understood? So now let us calculate the unit of thermal capacity. The unit of thermal capacity. Unit of thermal capacity. Okay. Formula Q is equal to Ms. Q is thermal capacity. Ms unit. Okay. Right hand side. Mass, specific heat, number 1 in CGS system. CGS unit of mass, gram. CGS unit of specific heat. Previously we had done it. What is the unit in CGS system? Calorie per gram degree centigrade. Gram is cancelled out. So calorie per degree centigrade. Okay, we can get it from the formula Q equals to MST also. Q is equal to MST. If we write Q by T is equal to MS, this MS is nothing but the thermal capacity, right? Q is the unit of Q is unit, T is the temperature difference. So in the numerator it will be calorie. In the denominator the unit of temperature is degree centigrade. So calorie per degree centigrade is the CGS unit of thermal capacity. Understood? Next, number 2 in SI system. Same, you can find it from this formula also. Q by T is equal to Ms. Okay, if we follow this formula, Q is equal to Ms, the main formula of thermal capacity, then the right hand side mass, kg, specific heat, joule by kg, Kelvin, or kg into joule per kg degree centigrade. Okay, kg cancelled out. So unit is joule per kg Kelvin or joule per kg degree centigrade. This is the SI unit of thermal capacity. Follow this formula. Same unit you can get because Q by T, Q is heat, total amount of heat. So unit is joule. Divided by T, T is temperature difference. So joule, sorry, it will be joule per Kelvin, joule per degree centigrade. Unit will be kg is cancelled out. So unit will be joule by Kelvin or joule by degree centigrade. Say Q means total amount of heat, joule, temperature difference Kelvin or temperature difference degree centigrade. Temperature difference between Celsius and Kelvin scale both are same. So joule per Kelvin and joule per degree centigrade both are same. This is the units of thermal capacity in both CGS and SI. Understood? Next topic. Next topic is water equivalent. Water equivalent. Definition, I am writing the definition. After that, I am explaining it. So, water equivalent is defined as the water equivalent of a body is defined as the mass of water, not the mass of body, mass of water which will be heated through 1 degree, maybe 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin, through 1 degree by the amount of heat that is required to increase the temperature of the body to 1 degree. Water equivalent. The water equivalent of a body is defined as the mass of the water which will be heated through 1 degree by the amount of heat that is required to increase the temperature of the body through 1 degree. What is the meaning of the definition? Let us consider a body of arbitrary mass m. Okay, the amount of heat that is required to increase and the specific heat of the body is the amount of heat that is required to increase the temperature of any arbitrary mass of the body by 1 degree centigrade or 1 degree, better we write in general form, by 1 degree is called the thermal capacity of the body, and the value is ms. Okay, suppose the heat that is supplied from outside is Q. What is Q? The Q is the amount of heat that is required to increase the temperature of the body by 1 degree. Mass of the body is arbitrary, that is ms. Okay, according to the thermal capacity, definition of thermal capacity, we can write that Q is nothing but ms. Okay, now we are supplying the amount of heat Q, same amount of heat Q to some water. Mass of the water is M prime. Consider the mass of the water is M prime. We are supplying the heat Q to M prime mass of water such that the increase in temperature of water is also 1 degree. Okay, then this arbitrary mass M prime, arbitrary mass of what? Arbitrary mass of water. M prime is called the water equivalent of the arbitrary body. Water equivalent of the body which was considered. Okay, so what is water equivalent? At first we are supplying some amount of heat to the body of any arbitrary mass. The increase in temperature of the body is 1 degree. Okay, according to the thermal definition of thermal capacity, that is nothing but the amount of heat is nothing but ms. Okay, suppose the heat is Q. Q is supplied to the body, increase in temperature of the body is 1 degree, mass of the body is arbitrary. Now we supply the same amount of heat Q to some water of arbitrary mass. Understood? Mass of the water is M prime considered, that is arbitrary mass, such that the increase in temperature of water is 1 degree. Okay, if the mass of water is M prime and we are supplying the heat Q and the increase in temperature of water is 1 degree, then that arbitrary mass of water is called the water equivalent of the body of mass M. That not the water equivalent of water. That is wrong. Water equivalent of the body. Mass of the water is called the water equivalent of the body. The mass of the body is not the water equivalent. Mass of water is the water equivalent. Water equivalent of what? Water equivalent of the body of arbitrary mass. Clear? Now let us calculate the value and unit of water equivalent in both CGS and SI. In CGS system, the specific number 1 in CGS system. CGS system, the specific heat of water is SW. Suppose SW, W stands for water, S means the specific heat, SW means specific heat of water. The value of SW is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Okay. Now consider a body of mass in gram, since we are considering CGS system. Okay. Increase in temperature of the body is 1 degree centigrade. We are applying the heat Q from outside. So what is the unit of Q? Q is nothing but the thermal capacity of the body. So Q is equal to, and specific heat of the body is S, unit calorie per gram degree Celsius. Okay, so what is Q? Q is equal to ms, unit calorie per degree Celsius. Right? Now we are supplying this heat ms calorie per degree centigrade, means the increases is the increase in temperature of the body is 1 degree centigrade. We are supplying this ms calorie heat, supplying the ms calorie of heat to some water. Mass of the water is m prime as considered before. Okay, we are supplying ms calorie per degree centigrade heat, ms calorie per degree centigrade means ms calorie heat to water, and the increase in temperature of water is 1 degree centigrade. Okay, specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade. What is the meaning of the statement? Meaning of the statement is the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade, that is 1 calorie. Okay, so we can write the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade. What is that amount of heat? Instead of the amount of heat, we can write that 1 calorie heat is required to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade. That is the meaning of the specific heat of water, that is 1 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Okay, what is the amount of heat that is supplied to water? That is ms calorie. Apply unitary method. So we can write ms calorie heat is required to increase the temperature of ms gram of water by 1 degree centigrade, because the increase in temperature of water is 1 degree centigrade, so we keep the temperature increase as 1 degree centigrade. Okay, so 1 calorie of heat is required to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade according to the definition of specific heat of water. Okay, apply unitary method, because ms calorie heat is supplied to the water, increase in temperature of the water is 1 degree centigrade, so keeping the temperature difference or increase in temperature as 1 degree centigrade, if we apply the unitary method, we can write that ms calorie heat is required to increase the temperature of ms gram of water by 1 degree centigrade. So ms calorie heat is required to increase the temperature of the body is 1 degree centigrade. Same amount of heat is supplied to water. Increase in temperature of water is 1 degree centigrade. Then what is the mass of the water? What is the value of m prime? The value of m prime is nothing but ms gram in CGS system. So what is this is ms gram is nothing but the water equivalent of the body of arbitrary mass m. Clear? So we can write water equivalent W is equal to ms gram. Water equivalent W, or you can write also m prime. M prime is the arbitrary mass of water, but in general we use water equivalent, means we represent water equivalent by the word, by the letter W. Okay, W is equal to ms gram. This is in CGS system. So in CGS system, the unit of water equivalent is gram. The value of water equivalent is ms. What is m? M is the mass of the body whose mass is arbitrary. S is the specific unit, a specific heat of the same body. Okay, not the specific heat. M is not the mass of water. Mass of water is W. Okay, mass of water means that mass of water and the increase in temperature of the water is 1 degree centigrade. Next unit in CJ system we have done. Next number 2, SI system. Number 2, SI system. In SI system, the specific heat of water is 4200 numerical value, because 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius is equal to 4200 joule per kg Kelvin or joule per kg degree Celsius. That is the specific heat of water in SI system. Same example, consider a body of arbitrary mass m kg, because we are considering SI unit. Increase in temperature of the body is 1 K. Supplying the heat Q from outside. Specific heat of the body is S. S, what is the unit? Joule per kg Kelvin. That is the specific heat of the body. So Q is nothing but ms joule by ms joule by Kelvin. Kelvin means the increase in temperature of the body. Okay, ms joule by Kelvin. Now we are supplying the same heat Q to some water. M prime is the mass of water. We are supplying the heat Q in M prime water, means ms joule joule by Kelvin. This amount of heat to the water, to the mass of water M prime, right? Increase in temperature of water is 1 Kelvin. Okay. Now what is the meaning of the statement that specific heat of water is 4200 joule per kg Kelvin? What is the meaning? 4200 joule heat is required to increase the temperature of 1 kg of water by 1 Kelvin. Okay, specific heat is 4200. Unitary method, therefore 1 joule heat is required to increase the temperature of 1 by 4200 kg of water by 1 Kelvin. Increase in temperature of water is 1 Kelvin. Okay, so we are supplying the heat ms joule per Kelvin in water. So you can write ms joule heat is required to increase the temperature of ms by 4200 kg of water by 1 Kelvin. Okay, ms joule heat is required to increase the temperature of the body is 1 Kelvin. That same amount of heat is required for ms by 4200 kg of water to increase the temperature of water by 1 Kelvin. According to the definition of water equivalent, ms by 4200 kg is nothing but the water equivalent of the body in SI system. So we can write that water equivalent of the body in SI system is W is equal to ms by 4200 kg. Kg is the unit of water equivalent in SI system. Value of the water equivalent is ms by 4200. So AW is equal to ms by 4200 kg is the water equivalent of the body. Body means the body of arbitrary mass. Understood? Uh, that's all for today, children. Next class, we'll start the principle of calorimetry and the rest of the part of the heat chapter. So we shall stop here for today. Thank you, children.